a BlackRock ETF has not, and I repeat, has not been approved yet. Has not been approved yet. Well, why are they listing it already? Wow. In anticipation of approval, right? In anticipation of approval. And so it hasn't been approved yet, but all the bells and whistles, I mean, and so this is an example of what I was telling you with the Chinese and the Europeans. You got to build these investment vehicles, right? So here's an example of what it looks like to build one. All right, you got to get it listed. You got to buy the Bitcoin for it, right? You got to, behind the scenes, they've got software and stuff going on about for their clients to be able to buy it and everything, right? They're preparing already. And even if they don't, and even if this, and I want to say, even if this application gets denied, yeah, well, they've got the infrastructure built, right? And you know they're going to apply again and again and again and again, right? They can afford it. Yeah, it's not a problem for BlackRock. And so, well, it's pocket change, really. You know? And so that's what it looks like. And that's what we're looking at. That's what we're waiting for around the world. Oh, sorry, not the world. In China and Europe especially, right? Now that they fully regulated, we're waiting for this type of thing. But not just funds, but, you know, options, exchanges to be made, swaps, and then many different types of funds and things like that to come, right? And this is what it looks like, right? Because usually it's just approved and we never know, well, what happens in the infrastructure level? Well, this is it. And that's part of what this show is about, is not just to talk crypto, but to show you the infrastructure of what this whole big thing is you guys are about to be a part of, right? I'm a Forex trader. I'm part of the infrastructure, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm a master. I slaughter guys on Wall Street every day, right? My money makes me money. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. And that's what I want to show you guys, is this is where you're going to be. This is what it looks like. This is how it works. And, welcome to the party. All right. And so let's read about this. Let me get a sip. Let's read the byline. Exchange-traded fund analyst Eric Balkunas said the addition was all part of the process. See, the process. Right? So now we're getting to kind of see it, even though it's not approved. Because if it were approved, it would have just been, oh, it's approved. And they would have never talked to us about this stuff. So it's kind of cool that BlackRock is doing it the opposite way. They're preparing themselves now. And so we all get to see, well, what does it look like when someone prepares themselves? And then approval will eventually come. I'm not saying this application, but trust me, we're going to have Bitcoin spot ETFs in America one day. We'll be looking back on these times like, 10 years from now, like, telling our, well, not mine, but you'll be telling your children about it, Yeah, it was back in the days, boy. Back in my day, son, we didn't have spot ETFs. Well, we had a lot of futures, though. Bullshit. Look here, boy. Be thankful you got spot. Everything spot. Spot VeChain fund. Spot IOTA fund. Spot Singularity Net fund. Spot Solana fund. Spot Polygon fund. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. You just wait, fucksticks. You just wait. Wait till the crypto 401k funds come out. Oh, yeah. It's all coming. Fidelity's not here for nothing. That's what they do. They're the 401k masters. All right. So he said it's all part of the process of crypto ETF being listed and traded, and a positive sign for SEC approval. It's not a positive sign for SEC approval. They don't know if they're getting approved or not. But it's a positive hope. It shows that they're hoping. They dotted every I, crossed every T. Our application is sound. We're FATF compliant. Come on. What's the problem, right? Right? All right, we'll see. So, The iShares Spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, ETF, proposed by investment mega firm Blackrock, has been listed on the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation. Bang! Suggesting a potential approval by the United States Securities. So if you don't know what the DTCC is, they are a motherfucking infrastructure, right? That's infrastructure, motherfucker. They're mega of the infrastructure of how markets work. You know, there's different pieces of a market, right? Markets are not just the charts, right? That's how we just make our money. Yeah, but underneath all that, how do those charts get made? Where's all the assets held? Who's doing what? Yeah, there's all the guts of it, right? The non-sexy stuff that makes the whole thing work, right? And so DTCC is one of the mega gut masters, right? Right? They're the gut masters, right? All right. What exactly do they do, Shomari? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really know. I've heard of them, though, and so that's how mega, because I'm a Forex trader, currency trader, and so our masters, like in terms of the guts, are huge, right? Like when it comes to the stock market, well, gut masters are just in each country, right? In America, they have American custodians. And they just deal with American stocks, American traded, In Europe, European custodians. So, because a custodian is part of the guts of your market. If you don't have a custodian, you don't have a market. And so, in Europe, they've got their own custodians that are the guts for their market. Yeah, well, with Forex, right, it's global, right? Trading money is global, and so it's a bunch of different guts, right? How does, you have to think, how does the price of my Euro USD trade, how is it the same as the guy in Brazil? Yeah, a lot of guts, a lot of infrastructure. Thousands of people making that happen for me, right? Anyways, though, and making it happen for you too, for us, all of us. So look, this first spot coin, okay, good. The alcohol's kicking in now, finally. Here we go. Now let's have some fucking fun. Look, let's have some fun around these parts. Yeah, I haven't been fueling so much lately. Not that it's getting boring, but just, I wish there was something else. Something else to do now. I've been fueling heavy for the past 10 years. It's getting boring now. Look. Well, there's always the heroin and the cocaine, Shomari. Settle down, brother. We're not going that route. Not going that route. Oh. All right, so look. All right, so let me slow down. This is the first spot ETF listed on DTCC. None of the others on there yet, said Balkunas. Oh, none of the others are on there yet, said Balkunas. Def Notable Blockchain is leading charge on these logistics. Seeding. Oh, well, that's right. So I should tell you, they're already seeding their fund. What does that mean? Well, that means they're already buying the crypto. They're buying the Bitcoin already. Yeah, they're buying it already. So they're seeding it. They've got their ticker on the DTCC. That trend to happen just prior to launch. Oh, that tend to happen prior to launch. Hard not to view this as them getting signal that approval is certain or imminent. Like I said, you guys know I don't like to blow sunshine, and I like to be a little conservative. So let's not jump for joy yet, but let's not just jump for joy yet, right? I like to. I've told you guys I'm a conservative trader, so I like to guarantee my shit, right? I like. Well, there's no such thing as guaranteed investment, but until something goes down, well, it hasn't gone down yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the stock market world. That's where I learned it from mostly. The stock market world, you'll hear some fucking CEO on Bloomberg going, yeah, so we're in talks with the Indian government about blah, 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 blah. All right, well, those are talks with. That is not a signed fucking contract, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You got to be strict. You got to weed through the bullshit. So this is a good sign that Blackrock is confident. That's what I'll say about this story. They're confident they'll get it. And personally, I think they think, well, if we don't get it now, we'll get it next time or the next time after that. And so, fuck it, we're just ready. You know, hey, like, we're just fucking ready. Whenever it comes, we're fucking ready. And everyone fucking knows it, right? Because it's also a signal to the market, right? Like, okay, we might not be approved right now, but bitches, you know we coming. Look, you know we up in this motherfucker. Bang, bang, bang. Right? That's what Blackrock is basically telling the markets. Fuck sticks. It's only a matter of time. Right? Oh, yeah. Gensler might diss me this time. Yeah, but look, that fuck stick ain't going to be around forever. Look. And we'll have regulatory clarity someday. And when it comes, well, I'll be here serving the daggone chicken. Bang! Bang! Yes. Bang! Right? That's what Blackrock is telling the world, the investment world. We are going to serve this daggone chicken come hell or high water. Motherfuckers, look, we're already buying the Bitcoin for it. We're already purchasing the chicken to put into the bucket. Oh, yeah, big old bucket of chicken. Bitcoin ETF, fuckstick. What's an ETF? An exchange-traded fund. A fund is just a basket of assets, like a bucket of chicken. You put the chicken in and you serve it. Here. Bang. 9-piece. Bang. 20-piece. Bang. You serve the chicken. Yeah, well, they're already buying the chicken and the whole world can see it. And that's what they're basically telling you. So that's what I want you to be happy about. Whether they get approved or not this time, luck. It'll be, I'm not going to bullshit you. It'll be kind of disheartening. Like, oh, man, again. You know, even I'm going to be like that. Like, fucking shit. But one thing I know is they're ready to serve the chicken. And it's only a matter of time. And so if you don't understand, if you're new to this channel, let me tell you something. Sometimes in life you get the chicken. Sometimes you only get the feathers. Well, this is straight chicken. Right? And Blackrock is showing the world, heck, when the time is right, we're going to be serving up a whole lot of chicken. Whole lot of Bitcoin around these parts. Right? Okay, so that's what I want you to be happy about. Like, oh, yes, it's finally kicking in, daggone. Right now I get to talk to you properly, shit. So I was very, like a professor at the beginning of the show there, which is actually the real Shomari. A little boring, right? I told you guys. When you meet me at Noah Fest, you're probably going to be like, oh, hey, all this guy does is talk about PMI numbers and shit. For real, fuck. Boring. You'll see. That's probably why I don't have a wife and kids. Look! Pussy don't pay the rent and kids cost money, daggone. I roll gluten-free. You boys from back in the days know what I mean when I say gluten-free. But that's the message Blackrock is sending. That's the message Blackrock is sending. We're not fucking around these parts. I'm sorry. We're going to fucking... You know, the only reason they're only asking for a Bitcoin ETF is probably because they're just going to wait for that till they can do an Ethereum one. And then once that gets done, they're going to wait for the regulatory clarity, which we need from Congress. It's not Gary Gensler's fault. It's Congress's fault that we don't have regulatory clarity because they have to legislate. They have to write the laws to regulate this space. Everyone blaming Gary Gensler. Big brains isn't the problem. He's the solution to the problem. How's he the solution? Well, if Congress just gives him paperwork telling him what to do, he'll serve the chicken. Oh, now you're talking. Right? Remember, the SEC is just cops. They're cops. They're financial cops. They're protecting us, the little guy. Well, the regular Joe. Oh, soccer mom and dad. Right? It's like a regular cop, like a real cop in your city. Well, he only can do what the law tells him to do, right? He can't arrest you just because he doesn't like the dress you're wearing or the hat you're wearing or something. You know what I mean? Ladies, gentlemen, you know. No. But there's a list of miscreant behaviors. And if you do one of those, now he's on your ass, right? Daggone it. Right? You stepped over the line. Shit. Fuck. All right? Well, that's what the SEC is. They're just cops. Yeah, well, cops in your city don't write the laws. The mayor does. Well, not the mayor. I mean, your city council does. Right? Some cities, weed is, here in America anyway, some cities, marijuana, like here in Atlanta, marijuana it's not legal, but if you have some, the cops aren't going to arrest you for it. Whereas if you go a couple counties over, fuck, Dick, you're going to go to fucking prison for like 10 years. Right? You go to Cobb County or something like, Google that shit. You'll see. Anyway, but bang! Right? That's what Blackrock is talking about. Blackrock is telling everyone you know in America we went to the moon and we put the flag on it? Bang! Well, imagine the moon is a Bitcoin and Blackrock flew to the moon and they just went bang! Yeah, and put the Blackrock logo. Let's see what the Blackrock logo is. Oh, we're going to have some fun right now. Finally. The fuel is kicking in. I'm appropriately ready to serve that chicken. Here's what they did. Wait. Hold on. Settle down, everyone. Settle down. Oh, it's just the words Blackrock. Don't they have a fancy one or anything? Here's a good one. Bang! Here we go. All right? Wait. Oh. Wait. The fuel's kicking in a little too much now. A little too much. It's a little too much. All right, anyway, you see the logo right here? Can you see that over my head? Oh, you can't see it. All right, let's look at that one there. Fuck it. Oh, you can see it. Okay. See this right here? That's what they did. Blackrock took their flag and went bang! And told the world. Look, fucksticks. Shit's getting real around these parts. Remember, Blackrock's global. Right? So this spot ETF is not just... And remember, Blackrock is an asset manager. So they're the ones who decide where the client's money goes. Well, if I build my own ETF, I'm sure going to funnel a bunch of money into it. Aren't I? You know, it's kind of like an FTX kind of thing where his girlfriend had Alameda. What's his name? Sam Bankman-Fried's girl, Caroline, little Quantalicious, right? She had the Alameda thing running, and he just funneled money over there, right? Well, what do you think BlackRock's going to do? Well, they're going to make this ETF and funnel fucking money right up in that bitch. Look! All right. Yes. That's why we love the fuel, brothers and sisters. Fuck, I can't even imagine how long this video is right now. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down into smaller chunks. Or if you've made it this far in the original video, all right, so let's proceed with the story at hand. Bakuna speculated that BlackRock may have already received a green light for listing the ETF from the SEC. or was prepping everything, assuming so. Based on the date of BlackRock's application, the SEC has until January 10th, 2024 to reach a final decision on approval or denial of ETF. So I'm not going to get into it all, but when you apply to something for the SEC, they have a 30-day thing where they got to tell you. Then they get a 90-day thing and then a 180-day thing. And then that's the final. And there's 3 answers you can get. You can get yes, no. So yes, you can do what it is you applied for. No, you can't, or no decision. And if it's a no, so yes, 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 no, no decision. If it's a no decision, then it's up to you whether you do it or not. And right, and the risk of you doing it is that maybe it's banned later or something, right? And so, all right, so we'll keep that quick though. Keep it quick. I could feel myself about to dig deep into the geekiness. Look, market geekiness. That's why I make the money, bitch. I'm a market geek. So look, should BlackRock's application be approved? Oh, sorry. Should BlackRock's application be approved, it could lead to the floodgates opening. Oh, yes. Exactly. Because obviously, this is what I've told everybody on this channel. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you something. The world is a copycat world. Okay? One motherfucker does something, and then if it works, every other motherfucker does that. Right? The first motherfucker who told a girl, man, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and then fucked her, he told his homeboys told his homeboys, and now we all know to say that. Right? Because it's a copycat world since the days of Noah. Look, and don't get me talking about Noah today. Oh, I'm tempted. Especially with these gains. You boys know what I'm talking about, though. So, but honestly, okay, calm down. Let's calm down now. Yes, the fuel is really kicking in. All right, so, but it's a copycat world we live in. When something works in a jurisdiction or... Okay, so let's look at it this way. If someone does something, well, it's like the thing I just told you. The first guy to tell a girl, you're the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and he got fucked. Everyone did it. And so it's the same with BlackRock, right? Once they cross the T's, dot the I's, they put in their application. Well, if it gets approved, or any of these guys, like, look at it. Look. Right? ARK Investment, bang. Fidelity, bang. Valkyrie, bang. So if any of those applications get approved, not just BlackRock, if any of those get approved, well, what is everyone going to do? They're just going to fucking apply the exact, that literally cut and paste, the exact same words. So theirs gets approved, right? It becomes the template, right? It becomes precedent, like in law. There's precedent, right? Well, it becomes the template. All right, you want a Bitcoin spot ETF? Okay, bro, say that. Well, and do that, right? You have to do it. You can't just say it. You got to actually do what you said you're going to do. But any of these guys that, because they have different variations, right? I mean, it's not all just, an ETF is an ETF, but there's different variations in it. Is it actively managed, passively managed? Are there capital requirements? A bunch of shit, right? So, but the first motherfucker that gets theirs approved, well, all the other motherfuckers are going to go, all right, let's just do that. Bang! Because it's a copycat world, people. It's a copycat world. That's why we got to help defend Ukraine. Because if we let Russia just take that shit over, well, other motherfuckers are just going to start being like, well, look, we could just take shit over. Right? So you got to show motherfuckers, no, not allowed to do that. Right? Not allowed. You're being too naughty. Not allowed to do that. Right? Are we defending Ukraine because we care about Ukraine per se? Ukraine is a corrupt motherfucking place, right? Just as corrupt as Russia was. But they're cleaning it up now because they want to be part of the European Union. So now they got to clean it up. Yeah, but they were dirty and filthy. Yeah, but, well, why are we defending them then? Wow. Because we don't want Russia, and we don't want other motherfuckers to start thinking they can just fucking fuck around like that. All right? All right? You can just pop off and just do whatever you want like that. What kind of order would we have? We need to have order. Okay. So why did I bring that up? Anyway, look. Why do we bring up the Ukraine thing, though? Because we were talking about... Oh, right, copycat world. And so that's the thing, right? That's copycat world. If Russia gets away with it, now everyone's going to think they can get away with it. Right? It's like right now with Gaza. Now, I know. There's some of you on this channel, we stand with Palestine. I stand with Palestine, too. I understand the arguments. Those Jews that are in what's called Israel today are Europeans. If you ask them where their grandparents or great-grandparents were born, they were born in Paris. They were born in Berlin. They were born in, Krakow. All right? Yes. They're just a bunch of Europeans who happen to be Jewish who took the fucking place over and stole. Because if you ask a Palestinian, well, where was your grandmother born? If you ask any Gazan Palestinian, where was your grandmother born? They'll probably go to the fence and point right to it. Yeah, in that village over there. Yeah, she used to have a piece of land over there. Yeah, my granddaddy, he used to grow olives right over there. And now there's a Jewish school there. So I get it. Yeah, I understand. Their land was stolen from them. Right? All right? I'm not saying Hamas has to go kidnapping folk, though. That's a bit rough. Right? That's a bit miscreant. And so, look, but if you let a miscreant like that get away with... so that's what I'm talking about. When you let miscreants get away with too much. Sure, the Palestinians should at least get what little of the land they can, but Gaza and West Bank. Fuck, those European Jews took all the rest of it. But, right? But you can't go kidnapping and killing. That's miscreant behavior now. So now the law has to get dealt with, right? Because if you let motherfuckers get away with shit, everyone's going to want to get away with shit. Right? You know what I mean? All right. And that's what I mean by copycat world. It's a copycat world. Oh, they got away with it. Let's try that over here. All right. Next thing you have MAGA folk do that. Yeah, try it. Come to the hood. Let's gunfight. All right. So look, should Blackrock's application be approved? It could lead to the floodgates opening for a number of crypto ETFs filings, spot ETF filings currently being reviewed by the SEC. Of course, copycat world. And it's not, it could be. So let me rephrase this. Should BlackRock's application be approved? It will, put the word will, lead to the floodgates opening for a number of crypto ETF filings currently being reviewed by the SEC. And blah, 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 including from ARK Investments, Fidelity, and Valkyrie. To date, the SEC has not approved a spot Bitcoin ETF application for listing on the U.S. exchange, but stated allowing investment vehicles tied to Bitcoin futures in October. Right. And look, I'm not going to get into it. And I know you motherfuckers, you brothers who've been with me for a long time. But just let me explain to the new people. A futures contract is based on spot price. So what the SEC has been saying, so why aren't they approving a fucking spot Bitcoin ETF, Shomari? What the fuck is wrong? This is what they're saying. They're saying, well, the spot market Bitcoin ETF could be manipulated. The price could be manipulated. So we're only going to approve futures contract ones. Wow. Dickhead, fuckstick, motherfucker. The price of a futures contract is based on the spot market price of the asset involved. Right? A futures contract in gold is based on the spot market futures contract. Right? So if you're saying the spot can get manipulated, well, it manipulates the futures contract, doesn't it? since it reflects the value of the underlying asset, right? This reflects the value of this, the spot. All right, and we're going to leave it at that. I know. And you boys, I've put you through it enough. I can go for 20 minutes, half an hour just on that fucking single topic alone. Pocket pisses me off. I just enraged myself right now just talking about that. Fuck. Okay, so let's just move on. Shit. Fuck, it's ridiculous though, right? It's ridiculous. You're literally saying we're going to give you the derivative of the actual asset, but the actual asset can be fucking manipulated. Holy fuck. All right, okay, I'm serious. I'm just going to start reading. The BTC listing followed a U.S. appellate court issue a mandate enforcing on August 29th decision that, would require the SEC to review a spot BTC ETF application from Grayscale. Oh, yeah. Grayscale won their lawsuit against the SEC, and the SEC didn't challenge it, didn't appeal the ruling. And that's another reason that people think that this Blackrock thing is going to go down. Blackrock ETF, spot ETF is going to go down because it kind of seems like the SEC was like, all right, fuck it. We'll see. You know, because they could refile some other shit. They could, you know, until it's done, it ain't done, brothers. You know what I mean? I don't like to rain on anyone's parade or make you sad or kind of, you know, shit on the party. But trust me, we're going to have a party. And when the time comes, trust me, I'm going to be the cheerleader in chief of that shit. Right? I'm like right now, China and Europe. Bang! 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 Cheerleader in chief. But I like to keep your minds right because we're investing, right? And investing is about keeping an even-keeled head, not letting your emotions get involved, right? When it's your money on the line, your emotions get involved. So you have to kind of try to be mechanical, like a robot. Like, yeah, it's fucked up, right? Like I told you guys, like the housing crash. I've told you my story. I made $23,000 that day. I made $17,000 or $16,000, was it? Anyway, $16,000 like a couple hours on that. Yeah, but you have to just be robotic. Of course I'm sad, right? This is the country I'm living in. Everyone's losing their wealth. I feel horrible. But I'm a Forex trader. Just do your job. Do your job. Short that shit. Right? Of course, I've told you, don't let any good crisis go to waste. It doesn't mean you like it. Right? When I made the money when Russia invaded. Remember I showed you? If you're new to this channel, go back to my shows in last year, February, when Russia invaded. Yeah, I made shit tons of money. Yeah, did I like it? No, I want the fucking Ukrainians to fucking murder those orcs. But, look, it's my job, right? I got to collect the chicken. All right, and so, you know, why are we talking about that? Oh, right. So, right, the SEC, okay, so back to the SEC and the Grayscale. So that's what it looks like. How did we get to that, though? Okay, I'm off that trail now. I don't know how we got there, guys, and I can't bring us back. We're just going to have to continue from this trail we were on from before. Right? Anyone, the first one that gets it is going to be the one. And so, well, not the one, but is going to give the template. So Grayscale submitted a registration statement to the SEC to list shares of its Bitcoin trust on the New York Stock Exchange. And that's the thing. That's why everyone's, oh, right, that's what we were talking about originally. So forget all that other shit. Well, don't forget the shit I said. Listen to that, but let's just stick with this thing, is that, right, the SEC backed off. Right? The judge went in Grayscale's favor, and the SEC said, okay, we're not going to appeal this. Right? And that's what is giving people such hope right now in a spot Bitcoin ETF in America, right? I mean, it might be Grayscale before Blackrock, because it's Grayscale's ETF that the judge ruled on, right? So, all right, but look,